I've got a new camera to test out, which means come spend a bookish vlog with me. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing amazing. So for today's video, this is kind of a tester video because I have a new camera, and that camera is the DJI Osmo Pocket 4, and I'm still trying to get my head around it all. It's very fancy, but it looks incredible, and it's kind of a tester because I want to see how the sound quality is, I want to see how the video quality is, etc. And essentially I just want to learn how to use the camera. So I thought we are going to do a very chill, a very relaxed bookish vlog. I mean, I'm saying bookish vlog, I don't know how much I can actually give you in terms of book content, because I'm about to start a chonker of a book, and that is Heat of the Everflame by Penn. Look at that. Look at that. It is a size of a brick, literally. I actually thought this was 700 pages. I've just checked, and it's 825 pages. So this, in theory, is going to take me about a week. I would say literally a week to read, and this vlog ain't gonna be a week long. So I am just, like I say, test a video, see how we get on. Obviously, I will give you some thoughts about Heat of the Everflame. I won't be able to give you too much just because it's the third in the series. So obviously we've had book 1, loved it, book 2, loved it again, and now we're on book 3. And again, I'm doing this as a buddy read with DeLozier, and it's been so much fun. I think that's the thing with this series, I forget that I'm reading. So I'm actually really excited to start this, albeit very, very scared. So let me just show you how tiny this writing is. So we've got a map. We have got the Realms of Amarian, part 1. Now, I don't know if this writing is coming on camera with how small it actually is. It's very tiny. So my plan for tonight, it's currently 8:15. It's getting dark. I want to read the first chapter outside. Also, I realise with reading vlogs, I normally show clips of me reading, which I don't particularly like. I feel like sometimes it's what I need to do to pad out the vlog. But with this camera, I won't be able to do that because I can't actually stand it. I haven't got a stand for it yet. So I fear that this vlog is going to be quite boring because it is just me going to be yapping about books. Like, it's just going to be me talking constantly, and I don't know how you feel about that. I'm just going to give it a go, see what happens. Like I say, I'm not very creative, so I don't do very well with these like creative cinematic shots of like me reading and, you know, getting fancy imagery and etc. So this is going to be very raw and just me speaking, and we're going to see how we get on. I'm actually quite looking forward to it because I feel like I'm actually going to save some time. Like with content, like those shots, it does actually take time and eats into your reading time. So we're going to see how it goes. I'm rambling again, aren't I? I'm just going to get outside before the sun goes down and read chapter 1. Hello, it is now the next day, and I regret to inform you that I did not read much last night. I think I read like 12 pages. I did read a bit more of Heat of the Everflame this morning. I'm currently on page 36. Yes, a grand whopping number of 36. I am really enjoying it. Not much has happened, obviously, because there's 800 pages in this book, but not much has happened. Still kind of the beginning stages. I forgot to tell you yesterday that while I was in the office, I actually, on my lunch break, started a new e-arc, and that is the Whitechapel Full Moon Society by Elizabeth DeLozier. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm so sorry if not, but I'm really enjoying it. So what it's about, it's a historical fiction at the moment, so it's based in London, but during the time that Jack the Ripper was active. So we've got our female main character, Caroline, and she's in a little bit of a pickle. She's on the outskirts of London, but unfortunately her money has become a little bit dry. So she has a brother, and that brother is situated in London, and he's basically said, come along, come to London, everything's fine and dandy, I'll look after you. But the very last letter she received from her brother, he's basically gone back on his word and said, do not come to London, it is not safe. Now, obviously we know the reason why it's not safe is because Jack the Ripper is going around. So she's just turned up to Whitechapel and her brother is nowhere to be seen. That she's knocked on the address and they've basically said, your brother's not here and basically we have no room for you to stay here. But she is desperate to stay at this address just in case her brother comes back. So she gets a job as a maid. And that is where I've got to at the moment. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's quite a quick book because I'm already like 15% in and, you know, not much has happened. Obviously she's come to London, but I'm loving the writing. I'm hooked. Like, I want to see what happens. I want to see where this is going. I love the fact that it's around Jack the Ripper time. The only thing is they're actually using the real life names of the victims of Jack the Ripper in this book. And I don't know how I feel about that because it is a fiction book. I don't know. I have this weird, I guess, moral dilemma. Like, I don't know how I feel about real life victims, real life crime in books because I don't know. But then I watch a lot of true crime myself. So I think I'm like morally questioning myself because it's like how it's not right that a victim is being named in a book for your pleasure to read. Like, even though this was 1800s, 1888, this was still a real person, you know? And what happened, like what Jack the Ripper, sorry, I am a history geek, so I could go on about things like this for ages, but like what Jack the Ripper actually done was like terrible. And I have my theories on Jack the Ripper as well, but it's just like, that was still a real person. And yeah, I do you know where I'm coming from? I don't know. But then I watch true crime, so then I'm part of the problem. So I don't know how I feel at the moment because they are using like the real names of the victims. But then I guess it is like a well-known part of history. So it's not a bad thing. I don't know. But I am, ultimately, what I wanted to come on and say is I am actually really enjoying it so far. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I actually really want to read this arc just as much as Heat is the Everflame. I do need to finish this arc in August because I'm a little bit behind on my e-arcs. I'm sorry, NetGalley. I'm a little bit behind, so I do need to like read them quite quickly. I need to read a lot apparently, and I just don't know where I'm finding the time. But I thought I'd come on and tell you about this e-arc that I've started because I think we could be onto a winner here. Anyway, it is now my lunch break. I'm going to hopefully read a bit of my book. I wanted to read Out in the Garden, but surprise, surprise, the workers are still out there. They're actually dealing with the garden now, so it's so loud, so noisy. Actually, I might do a little walk on my treadmill right there. I might read for half an hour, Heat of the Everflame, and see how far I can get. The writing is so small, I bet I literally only read like 7 pages. I'm a slow reader anyway. I normally read 40 pages in an hour. I reckon with this book, I'll read about like 30. Anyway, that's my plan for my lunch break. Hello, so it has been a couple of days. I'm so sorry, I'm not cheating with you, but I have made quite a dent in Heat of the Everflame. So this book is actually broken up into 3 parts. I have just finished part 1 and I'm about to go on part 2. When I say the action has not stopped, the action has not stopped. It is absolutely insane the amount of things that have happened in this book, and we're only in part 1. Like, I've literally read 200 pages. I can't put this book down. Like, I just can't put this book down. Please, if no one has read this series yet, just please do. Like, I feel silly because there is nothing spectacular or unique in this world at the moment, but I just can't stop reading. DM, our female main character, she is annoying as hell and she needs to grow up a little bit. Does that stop me wanting to read on? No. Does that stop it being addictive as hell? No. Like, I'm so invested in this book. It is unreal. And now we've just got to part 2. I need to know what happens because where it's got to in this point is like, I think it's going to get really juicy because each realm, basically, just to give you a little bit of backstory, each realm has something different. So they've just come from the realm of Igneos, which is basically like a fire realm. And, you know, mortals catch on fire, just like that, blah, blah, blah. They are now going into another realm, and their power for this realm, it's juicy. Let me just say that. I don't want to give any spoilers, but it is juicy, and I need to know where this book is going. As I mentioned before, I'm reading this as a buddy read with Dorota. We're spilling our little theories, you know. We have our theories on what's happening, what might potentially happen and whatnot, and yeah, I'm just loving it. I just had to come on because I feel like I'm hoping you can feel the excitement and the happiness that I am feeling through these clips, because this book, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Also, though, I know I mentioned like this is a new camera. I'm also loving this camera. Like it's so easy. It is so easy just to whip out and just start filming. What I will say is I am connecting my DJI mics that I already had previously, and it's not a faff, but I need to connect it via Bluetooth, and sometimes that takes time. But by takes time, I literally mean like 10 seconds. So it's just me being lazy. It's not a fault at all. It's just that if you want to start recording, that might take some time. Maybe I should do a clip without the mic just to see how the sound quality is, because I might not even need the mics. But yeah, I feel like not much is happening in this vlog, but it's been a very productive vlog in the fact that I'm loving my book and I'm loving testing out this new camera. So yeah, I can't complain. So it is now Sunday. Yesterday I filmed a YouTube video. I filmed it and edited it all in one day. I'm very proud of myself. It was only a TBR video, which are normally quicker, but still I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for that. But today, I did film another video as well. I don't think I'm going to edit that today, or I might do like an hour. I might just give myself a set hour editing, and then I'm going to go out in the garden and I'm going to read until the sun goes down. Like all I want to do is read this goddamn book. Like I need to know what happens to it. Not much planned for today other than reading. And I feel fantastic. Hello, so I'm coming on just to do a little bit of an update. I think I've got an exciting one, and that is Heat of the Everflame. It's on its way to become a 5-star read. I know. Now, I'm very, very strict with my 5-star reads. I've only had 2 5 stars this year. That is Atmosphere and The Lamb. But this is 5 stars because of vibes. Is this a literary masterpiece? No. Is DM annoying as our female main character? Yes. Am I completely hooked to the point where I can't put it down? Also yes. Like this is a 5-star on vibes. I don't know if I've had a 5-star on vibes before. I don't know if anything's made me feel that like visceral to give it a 5-star because of the vibes. It's this book. It is this book. So I'm currently on chapter 34. It's just action after action after action. It's non-stop. I just love this book so much at the moment because it's just, I'm just having a whale of a time. I'm having the best time and I cannot wait. I'm only assuming that this is going to end in some like ridiculous cliffhanger, and I haven't even got that long to wait until Burn of the Everflame. So I'm loving it. So that is my update, because truth be told, I don't think I'm going to finish this before I wrap up this vlog. I'm being completely honest. So I just want to tell you that at the moment, I'm getting 5-star vibe, and I guess you'll see what my rating might be in my August wrap up, but so far 5-star vibes. I mean, it's definitely going to be 4 or above. I'm telling you that as a spoiler. But I also wanted to come on because over the weekend, I actually received like some fairy mail. I was so shocked. I did not expect this in the slightest. So I received the Skeleton Key by Erin Kelly, and this was from the beautiful Paige over on TikTok. Thank you so much, Paige. And like when I messaged her to say thank you, she was just like, I really want to put a smile on your face because you're supportive, blah, blah, blah. And when I say it really did put a smile on my face, like it's just the little things in life that actually mean so much. Paige is not watching this, but thank you so much once again. But I think this is a horror. I think it's a little bit of a spooky one. So if I read you a bit from the back, it says, one book, 50 years ago, Frank Churcher wrote the book that would make his family fortunes. and ruin their lives. The Golden Bones was written as a fairy tale and treasure map, but it quickly turned into a dangerous obsession for a cult of readers, desperate to find the final piece of the puzzle. Yes, this is coming back to me. One family divided. The churches were torn apart by the fame it brought them, and after a terrifying attack, Frank's daughter Nell became a recluse. One deadly reunion. With the family reunited to mark the anniversary of publication, Frank has one last surprise in store. It's finally time to reveal the location of the missing treasure. So this does actually ring a bell. I don't know if this is spooky season. I always thought this was a little bit of a thriller of a horror, but I don't know. It sounds a little bit, I feel like it sounds like a bit of a cozy thriller, if that's a thing. So yeah, I'm super excited to read this, I have to say. Now, I don't actually know when I'm gonna finish this vlog because it is currently Monday and I was in the office. Tomorrow it's Tuesday and I'm in the office. Wednesday, I am in the office. So realistically, I've got no time to read, to film, to edit, to upload, because I want this up on Thursday. I reckon the next clip may be on Wednesday, and I reckon I'll just give you an update on Heat of the Everflame. I have also made a little dent in my e-arc, the Full Moon Whitechapel Society, or the Whitechapel Full Moon Society. I really should learn the title, shouldn't I? I am actually really enjoying it. Like, as an arc, I'm reading it to and from work and in my lunch break. It's kind of like my workbook at the moment. I don't know if anyone else does that, because I do read multiple books on the go, but I tend to read my arcs when I'm like commuting in my lunch break. That's kind of like my work. My arcs are my workbook. I would like to maybe finish that book just to give myself some sense of achievement, and also so I can like maybe recommend or not recommend a book to you, because at the moment this just seems like a little bit of a pointless vlog, but at the same time I'm reading 2 really good books, well, in my opinion so far. So yeah, I will keep you updated and let you know how I get on. Hello. So this is very anticlimactic because I'm here to wrap up the vlog. It's Wednesday, this needs to go up on Thursday, and before I said I'm not gonna rush a book just to finish a vlog. So this is me acting on what I said before, but I have news about the arc. So I've basically been reading the Whitechapel Full Moon Society, which is an arc. I think it's being released sometime in August. And the beginning, I was really enjoying it. You know, it's Victorian times. We are in the backstory of Jack the Ripper, and yeah, I was all over it. Now I'm not so much. I think I've got like about 1 hour, 20 minutes left. I am gonna finish this today. I'm gonna basically finish this vlog because it is currently 9:30. It's 9:30 at night. I want to take my makeup off. I want to decompress. I was in the office today. Then I'm just going to get in bed and I'm going to finish this book. But I wholeheartedly believe the ending of this book isn't going to change my rating. So I think at the moment I'm a 3.5. That could obviously go down to a 3. It could go up to about a 3.75. It's not a 4-star for me. Now, reason being is the plot is just not plotting for me. I'm a bit bored. I'm so sorry, I'm a bit bored. I love our main character. I think she's written really well. You know, no complaints. I think she is a highlight. I really enjoy being in our main character's point of view. I love the setting, like Victorian London, like yes please, I want more of that. And actually I do really feel in the setting. I like the backdrop of Jack the Ripper, but I think I wanted it more. I don't know if that is meshing well with the actual plot, and it does intertwine. I don't know, I just feel like something's not very cohesive. Plot is a little bit boring. It can be quite repetitive at times, which again, I feel like I'm reading the same sentences over and over at some points. I can feel myself wanting to read faster just so I can finish the book. And to me, that's a sign that the plot hasn't kept me engaged. So I think I am gonna rate it around a 3.5 just because I'm loving the setting. I actually love some of the side characters as well. I think some of the plot points, like the mystery, there's kind of one big mystery where, I don't know if I've said the plot of this book before, but basically our female main character, she is trying to find her brother, and her brother was last seen in London. That's all you need to know basically. And This is during the time that Jack the Ripper was active in London, so that's another mystery. We've got the mystery of where is her brother gone. There's also little mini mysteries in the actual Full Moon Society that like this book is based in. So there are mini mysteries. Some mysteries are quite obvious to me, and you know, some we're still trying to find out. I have got my suspicions, but whether they, you know, whether they turn out to be right, I don't know. But ultimately, I'm finding myself not caring, and that's not a good sign in a book. So I think I'm going to sign off here because I don't want to read an hour and a half more, then be tired because it's an office day. I'm bound to get tired super quickly, and then come on, be in a tone, and then talk about this book because I don't think that's fair. So I think I'm gonna leave this here as a 3.5 stars. Obviously in my August wrap up, you'll get my actual rating. I mean, I think it will be the same. Oh, and another thing is, if you actually know a little bit about Jack the Ripper, so like I know the victims' names, like I've mentioned this before, I'm a bit of a history geek, so I knew Jack the Ripper's victims' names, I know how they're connected to the story, and therefore I knew what was happening perhaps to certain characters. So that didn't shock me because we're going on real victims in real life, but it's a fictional story. And I think I mentioned this previously, I don't know how I feel about that because at the end of the day, these are actual real women and this happened to real people. Like, I don't want to say names because just in case you do pick this up in the future and you have no idea about like what happened to Jack the Ripper and who the victims were. I don't know. But then I watched true crime. I'm talking about the same thing I did earlier in this vlog. We don't need a repeat. I'm literally moaning about this book saying it's repetitive and I'm doing the same thing. But yeah, I thought I'd come on, give you a last little update, sign this vlog off, and yeah, I feel a bit bad actually because I don't think this is a very cohesive vlog. Like I think give it a couple of years and this will go on private potentially because it's so bad of a vlog. But I haven't read any more of Heat of the Everflame by Penn. I didn't want to pick that up because I found myself so tired from when I've been in the office and I was only reading like a chapter at a time. I don't want to read a chapter at a time. I want to like literally binge read it because it's so good. But believe me, tomorrow I'm going to be all over that. Like I am going to read so much. At the moment it's a 5-star on Vibes. I can't help it. I'm addicted to this series. So they're my final thoughts. If you have made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I feel like this has just been all over the place. There's no structure to this one, which has been quite fun, but also I just feel like this is gonna be a really boring vlog. So if you did make it to the end of this video, just so I can thank you personally, put an owl emoji in the comments. Now that might sound random, but I'm actually looking at an owl ornament right now in this bathroom, but put an owl emoji so I can thank you personally because yeah, and maybe even apologise because this was so bad, but thank you so much. If you did like the content, it would mean so much to me if you could like and subscribe. I would love to have you. I promise you, I think my other vlogs are a bit better than this. So yeah, I would love to absolutely have you. Talk all things bookish. And yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.